Defeated by politics, perished because of politics. In our previous episode, we spoke about Jimmy Lai, the founder of Next Digital Limited, who, after building a vast media empire, turned his focus towards politics. Now, as we look back over the past 27 years, one can't help but see the pattern. If the march on July 1st, 2003 marked the beginning of organized unrest in Hong Kong, then the 2014 illegal occupied Central was unmistakably the turning point, the moment chaos consumed the city. HKGPao and Silent Majority for Hong Kong jointly bring you the third episode of Jimmy Lai's Half a Lifetime of Transgressions. This time we ask, how did Jimmy Lai become the emblem of anti-China sentiment during the illegal occupied Central? Jimmy Lai didn't just set the direction of Apple Daily's editorial tone. He also got deeply involved in advertising sponsorships and even went to Admiralty himself to join the Occupy movement. From media tycoon to half politician, wasn't this a transformation no one could have predicted? September 28, 2014, the day the illegal occupied Central opened a Pandora's box of turmoil. That day, Jimmy Lai turned himself into a brand. Standing alongside Martin Lee, founder of the Democratic Party, he appeared outside government headquarters, calling on those who claimed to love Hong Kong to rally for so-called universal suffrage. Lai declared that the only power Hong Kong people had was unity. And so, shoulder to shoulder with Martin Lee, he endured tear gas together with the protesters. Later, during a foreign media interview, Lai recalled that very moment, people surging onto the roads, crowds taking over the streets. His spontaneous reaction, "Oh my God, this is wonderful." A statement of amazement, or perhaps exhilaration? But such large-scale chaos doesn't come free. You stir unrest of that magnitude, and the bill must eventually surface. In July 2014, a leaked email from Lai's assistant, Mark Simon, revealed that Occupied Central public vote held on June 22nd had been heavily sponsored, with advertising and other expenses totaling between 3 million to 3.5 million Hong Kong dollar. Around that same time, Jimmy Lai discussed Occupied Central with Ip Yat-kin, the CEO of print media at Next Media, later Next Digital. When Ip warned that offering support to Occupy Central was inappropriate, Lai didn't hold back. He mocked the movement's three initiators, Benny Tai, Chan Ki-men, and Zhu Yuming, calling them mere scholars who had ideas but no strategy. To not help, he insisted, was impossible. A revealing exchange, and one that exposed Lai's role as the true mastermind behind Occupied Central. Beyond money, Lai also invested effort. He personally went to Admiralty, managing things on the ground. But on November 12 that same year, the so-called funder faced humiliation. Three men approached him and hurled big offal at him while all shouting, "Traitor!" Lai stood there, covered in filth, a living symbol of the moral decay of Occupy Central itself, a stench that, metaphorically, still lingered. Yet even after that, he did not retreat. The next day, Jimmy Lai returned to the occupied zone, declaring he cared nothing for his safety. He told those still around him that everyone left on site was part of the security and that they need not fear. It was both defiance and denial, proof that he wasn't ready to back down just yet. And what about Apple Daily? Naturally, when the boss appeared at the protest site, his own newsroom followed suit. Former associate publisher Chan Pui-man, who later testified as an accomplice witness in Lai's national security case, recalled, "If 2014's Occupied Central was a watershed, then Apple Daily's coverage surely proved it. Entertainment stories dwindled, replaced by wave after wave of daily Occupy updates. Jimmy Lai himself became part of the spectacle, often seen sitting among the protesters, turning from publisher into subject. The media tycoon, now the headline of his own paper. But time, as always, eroded momentum. By December 11, Occupy Central was collapsing. That day became known as the Day of Defeat for Occupied Central. Bailiffs and police enter Admiralty to clear the area. Still, Jimmy Lai and a group of opposition figures refused to leave. They clung to the roads, resulting in the arrest of 249 people, Lai among them, alongside Martin Lee, singer Denise Ho, then Legislative Council members Alan Leung and Claudia Mo and others. That clearance marked the official end of the 17-9-day illegal Occupy Central. Yet even at the moment of arrest, Jimmy Lai reportedly smiled, happy to be arrested, as if publicity itself were the reward. He later resigned from his roles as CEO, Chairman, and Executive Director of Next Media, later Next Digital. But under the chaos stirred up by the opposition, accountability was scarce. Only 9 were eventually tried in court. Lai? He escaped unscathed. And perhaps that very sense of impunity only emboldened him further. Politics had become his playground. What followed was an era of mounting unrest, from 2016 Mong Kok riot to the banning of the Hong Kong National Party. The idea of Hong Kong independence festered during those years, growing quietly, lying in wait. And at Sid Grill, Jimmy Lai, together with familiar opposition figures, seemed to linger on the sidelines, waiting for the next spark, the next movement, the next chance to ignite another storm. That chance came in 2019. The resistance against the extradition bill amendment reignited mass protest, more violent, more destructive, and darker than Occupy Central. Another political firestorm, and Jimmy Lai was once again at its heart. How did he fan those flames? How far did he go in appealing to foreign forces during those riots? And how did this spiral bring about his downfall, transforming him from a powerful media tycoon into a convicted prisoner? These are the questions we'll explore in the final episode, the grand finale of Jimmy Lai's Half a Lifetime of Transgressions. Due to ongoing judicial proceedings, that episode will air after the court's final sentencing. Only then will we fully dissect Jimmy Lai's misdeeds and trace how his ambition led him down an unlawful path of no return.